and Kimba here to say hello to you guys. We were going on a long walk, and then Kimba decided she was done. She'd had enough and found a shady spot, is that right? And laid down and was like, Mom, no, please, no more walks in the sun. It's actually not that hot out. It's nice and sunny, but it's only like 72 in case you're watching this, and like, she has her dog on the beach in the heat. It's morning time, so it looks midday because we are in sunny Seattle, and the sun rises at like 4 a.m. so it looks like high noon for most of the day, but really it's pretty cool out for her, and she's right now in a shady spot, so we're good. But I thought I would pop on here since we're not doing a walk, and yesterday, I think it was yesterday, when I actually posted, I'm doing these videos, recording them a couple days in advance, so maybe a few days ago by the time you see this, there was a meditation. I posted a little clip on Instagram, and then the full meditation is here on YouTube for starting to be aware of your emotions and not react to them immediately. And it's really, really funny timing to me because, you know, I recorded that video and was like, oh, you know, you can watch your emotions and you don't need to play into it. And then last night, today is the day of, actually I think it was yesterday. Today is the 25th that I'm recording this. So last night, or today, I don't know what day it is. The 24th is the day of the full moon. And our energies are normally heightened. So last night, I could not sleep. In the past couple nights, I've had trouble sleeping due to, I think, the heightened energy around the moon, and I'm really sensitive to certain energies, and if I'm really aware, I can kind of turn it off, but, you know, I'm a human and I don't always do all the things, so I was just up last night from 2:30 till like 5, and I was just getting so angry, and then I would think, I was angry that I couldn't fall asleep because I was very tired, and I just couldn't fall asleep, and I was frustrated, and then I remembered my video that I just posted that day that was like, be aware of your emotions, don't feed into them, and I was like, ugh. Okay, so I'll try to be aware of my anger and not feed into it, and it helped a little bit, but it was really funny because there I was, like, really feeding into the frustration and anger that I was feeling, because it's a very real feeling when it pops up, quite literally a feeling and a sensation in your body, so it's hard not to draw into it, and so it is practice. That's why for me, Ashtanga helps a lot, any kind of yoga helps a lot, but then the meditation practice too. All throughout COVID lockdown, I really got more into meditation. And if you've been following me for a while, you know I did that 5-day meditation course, and for a couple months every day I was like, meditation, 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 because it helps so much just to like retrain and bring you into that center point. Not how clearly you can see, I'm covered in dog hair, but it brings you into that center point so you don't get distracted by dog hair on your hands, and you're able to really get to a place where no matter what is happening, you can be aware of the emotion and not feed into it. So clearly, as last night displayed, I'm a teensy bit out of practice. But aside from being out of practice, it's just human, and no matter how much you practice, there's going to be situations that it happens. And lucky for me, it was something as minute as just not being able to sleep at night, when in reality, for my day, it didn't affect it that much. Just slept in 2 hours longer. I think I got up at 8 something. Anyway, so I feel very lucky that I'm even able to do that. But the idea of not reacting to your emotions when in the moment it feels like there's no other way. So let's talk about what you can do in that moment. You don't need to like stop everything you're doing and like run and meditate. Although if you can, it's not a bad idea. But really just starting to observe, okay, I'm really feeling angry right now. And then ask, what is it about me that is triggering this anger? What is it about me? I learned this question a long time ago from a wonderful, wonderful woman named Catherine. And I don't even remember what we were talking about, like what it was that was triggering me, but she taught me to look, what is it about me? Because we don't often think it's about us, we think it's the external thing. Well, it's not me being angry that I can't sleep, it's the fact that I can't sleep. That's the problem, that's the issue. But really, like, where is it that I feel out of control? So it turned out, it felt like, well, I can't control this aspect. So how can I let go of feeling the need that I have to be asleep right now? Because when you start to study energies in the moon, like, I know full well if it's a full moon, I'm likely not going to sleep because the energies are like really enhanced and there's a lot going on and my intuition is clicking, telling me all sorts of things. So it's a well-known fact, I'm not gonna sleep on a full moon night. And then when it happened, there I am getting angry, even though I should have known to expect it. So what can we do in the moment? And so focusing on the breath is a big thing, whether or not you can stop to do a full meditation. Oh my God, guys, there's a bald eagle on the beach. I wish I had a better phone right now that was a clearer picture. My dog is oblivious to that. Aw, you know I'm talking about you, you're happy. Whoa, there he goes! There's a bald eagle on the beach. Wow. Kimba, what was that? That was a bird. Is that a bird? Yeah. Oh, that was really exciting to me. I've come down here a lot and I've never seen one land on the beach. Usually the beach isn't so big, so maybe they don't have room to do it, but with all the people, I mean. But anyway, really exciting. Flew off back to the trees now though. So we were talking about if you're already caught up in the emotion and you feel like, well, you know what, it's too late for me to, sorry, the dog just laid on my leg. It's too late for me to be in that calm, composed spot, you know, like, well, I'm already feeling the anger, or maybe it's not even anger, you feel consumed by sadness or whatever it is that's going on that has you feeling consumed in an emotion that you, in the moment, don't want to experience. Remember, there's times when you should be experiencing them, and it's okay, but we're talking now about the times when it's kind of an automatic response and a trigger and not something you normally want to feel. For example, if I know that I'm going to be up all night, and then when I'm up all night, I'm like, wow, this makes me angry. I knew it was coming. You know, I could have prepared better. So the first thing we mentioned before the eagle has landed, was to focus on your breath. Taking a really deep breath in, not just focusing on how you're breathing, because in case you're like breathing short breaths because you're real mad. That was me last night. I was just like, why am I not asleep? But no, but seriously, so taking a really long deep breath in, and actually let's do one right now. Full breath in through your nose. Open up your mouth, breathe out. Good. It's relaxing, isn't it? Let's do another one. The reason this is so relaxing is when we have a full, really deep breath in, regardless what's going on around us, it sends a signal to your brain saying, oh, it's okay to relax. It's okay to relax, we are safe. And the reason this is designed this way is long, long time ago when we all lived out in the wilderness, had to like run from lions and things. If you were just casually walking along and you came across, you know, you turn a corner and there's like 3 lions, you're not gonna just be like, look at these lions. No, what's likely to happen is you'll hold your breath because your body stays still while you immediately think of a reaction for your fight or flight. So when we shallow our breath, when we hold our breath, or when we breathe really shallow, now we're looking flying like, not trying to breathe, right? We're not trying to breathe loud, and it's not even anything we think of, it just happens because we're in fight or flight. And all of your energy is going to start to literally fight or run and flee. So the deep breath is like a sigh of relief, quite literally. Once you're out of harm's way, the lion's gone, you go, well, we survived, and your body relaxes back down. So we get into that fight or flight mode, and in today's society, we really never get out of it. And we start to train our bodies to live in a state of fight or flight. And this video is not specific to weight loss or any kind of overweight or body, none of that stuff. However, when we live in a state of fight or flight, our body keeps producing cortisol, which is a stress hormone. And like we just talked about in cases of fight or flight, it's good to have it pop up every now and then. It's needed for fight or flight. Like say, you know, a dog lunges at your kids, you jump into fight or flight, you have a rush of adrenaline and cortisol, you pull your kid out of the way and everything's fine and safe. Then we have our sigh of relief, cortisol goes away. But with the demand of jobs and raising kids, oh, the eagle is back. Just snagged a fish. Sorry if this video is so distracting. He's gone now, or I'd show you. You know, we get in this state of fight or flight and we don't leave. And then we wonder why we're chronically stressed out and awake in the middle of the night and, you know, never really feel relaxed and joyful. So really just coming back to the breath, all that 3-minute rant to say, breathe. Take a really deep breath. Whatever emotion is really heightened and present in your body, if it's from a stress response, whether it's depression, anxiety, or grief, maybe you're still like in a deep patch of grief and it's feeling almost too much, too heavy for your body. The breath quite literally transfers that energy, that stress out of your body, and it sends a signal to your brain, everything's okay, you can calm down and relax. So focusing on your breath first and foremost, no matter how you're breathing, notice it and then lengthen it. Have a deep breath. And outside of that, start to notice what's around you in the moment. So we took a deep breath. Now let's notice what's in our immediate surroundings. What are you touching? What do you see right in front of you? What is in your exact current moment? And now remember, we're talking about when an emotion pops up and it's not ideal for you to have it, and you think it's an emotion that is triggering from leftover fight or flight. This is not the situation of, say, a dog is lunging at you and you're like, let me breathe, let me just notice this dog. Okay, remember there's good times to have fight or flight. This is not that time. This is when out of nowhere you get an emotion pop up, or say you're triggered more than you feel you want to be. Now we're trying to calm down and retrain the brain so that we can stay calm and composed in moments that really aren't dangerous for us, in moments that really shouldn't be that stressful to us, but somehow we feel stressed. Kim's starting to be on the lookout for people coming down the beach. That's why the camera moved. She's laying right under it. So we are noticing what's around us, which brings us into our exact moment. And anxiety comes a lot of the future. Stress of what could happen, stress of what might happen, stress of what we think will happen. When we come back to our present moment, it's just right now. It already triggered a sigh in me because this moment is okay. This moment is safe. Unless you're in a current fight or flight situation, this moment is safe. Okay? And maybe there's things you need to deal with for the future, but this moment is safe. And we come to this calm, composed place first, then we can logically make a plan for what needs to happen. Say if it's getting out of a relationship or something, I'm not saying to just be in the moment all the time like, oh, it's fine, you know, it's not hitting me right now. Of course, that's a situation you need to get out of. But when you can come to that calm, composed mind, you'll think clearer, you'll come up with better plans, be happier from that place in the moment. Hang on, Kim's about to play. Sorry this video is choppy. Another Pyrenees popped up and she played with him for a bit. But on the plus side, you're seeing my real life. So I'm not into the editing so much anymore of the videos or making them perfect, because when I do that, I never post them. So let's recap. Stressed in the moment. It's not a fight or flight danger situation. We don't want to be intensely stressed right now. What do? We breathe. We start to notice what's around us to bring us into the moment, so that even if we have a future situation we need to change our timeline, we need to be brave, we need to have a conversation that's uncomfortable, in the moment, we start to notice what's around us, get that adrenaline, get that stored emotion, get that stored anxiety out, so that when it's time to have that conversation, when it's time to change your timeline, when it's time to do an action that will change your timeline for the better for you, whatever you want to go towards, we can do some from a calm, composed place, which not only will, you know, seem like, oh, she's nice and calmed, or he's nice and composed. Guys, this is because I didn't sleep last night. But also, it's so that we don't have that adrenaline coursing through us, and we're not making decisions with a fight or flight based mind, which is really going to try to just fight or flee. So we want to be in that place where we see more options. And when we come into the moment, we start to use the right side of our brain, the right hemisphere, which is for in the now, so that we're calmer, of course, more in the moment. I've said it like 5 times. I don't know if I've said it properly yet, but we're more composed. And so the solutions we come up with are more along the lines of creative problem solving versus just like a fear reaction of, oh, this is what I think I need to do. Oh, this is what I heard that my friend Sally did, so maybe this is what I should do. But the right side of your brain is more intuitive, more more in the moment, so you'll be able to make decisions that are based perfectly for you. If you've been around a while, you know I have an intuition course if you want to get better at learning to use your own intuition and really tapping into the right hemisphere of your brain to come up with those ideas that are really perfect for you and where you need to go in life. The intuition course is amazing, super short, will get you using your intuition the first day, which is really, really cool. But really, just coming back to the moment, having a deep breath, will help that intuition flow as well. So whenever you feel an emotion pop up that is either too much or you're not thinking it's right for you to experience in that moment, breathe. Notice what's around you, bring yourself into the moment. And the third thing I would give as advice is, if possible, start to move your body. It can even just be like moving your shoulders back and forth as you breathe, doing a couple like little side stretches or whatever. If you can go for a walk, go for a walk. If you can do a 10-minute yoga class, do a 10-minute yoga class. If you are a runner and you like to run, do that. Moving your body will also help get that energy in motion to help that energy, quite literally, motion its way out of you. And this is when we start to release all that stored stuff. We're moving our body. So when we feel that overwhelm of emotion, it's a sign, let's get it out. The breath works perfectly. So don't feel, if you're not in the mood to run, don't think like, oh no, it won't work. The breath works amazing. It's why yoga is so powerful. It's the movements, sure, but really it's the breath. So, on that final breath, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and then the next time you feel overwhelmed with anger or sadness or grief or something, remember to breathe. Feel into your moment, even if your brain is like, my moment is the worst. It's okay. Just honor how you're feeling. Try to take a step back to be aware of it and not consumed by it. And I'll speak to you later. And remember, if it's too much, reach out. It's what I specialize in, is helping shift emotions out. And only once a month do I not get sleep. So most of the time I will be way more coherent than this. And for an appointment, definitely be able to steer you in the right direction. Maybe just don't book on the full moon. I hope you're well, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.